Hello, and welcome to another uh, week of English 215. This video is for week 5. Thank you for watching these videos so far. And just a reminder that for the next week or so, your primary focus should be on in terms of the drafting of the argumentative essay, the big project, and also the main assignment, writing assignment for this week is a discussion post on an op-ed or argumentative presentation that's written that you'll assess in terms of as a rhetorical analysis. And that'll be due during the week on Friday, again, in terms of for that discussion. Be sure to also give some acknowledgement to at least one other post with a response or comment on that post that's content specific. So be sure to also have one written response as well to the in terms of for your peer, in terms of for the discussion that's coming up. All right, so in the written module page that we have for in terms of this week, it'll go over in terms of aspects of persuasive appeal again, and also in terms of getting things organized for your argumentative essay. Two things that I wanted to talk about today, though, were about in terms of, first of all, in terms of logical fallacies. Now, chapters 10 and 11, getting into discussion of in terms of our argumentative organization. And there's also 15 logical fallacies. That is a link that you can find on our Ivy Learn site as well. Be sure to check that out. Wanted to highlight two of them, though. First off is in terms of ad hominem or to the man type argument. This is unfortunately used commonplace in terms of our times. We have in terms of, and it's just a rhetorical fact, we have a president that has basically made it a regular practice to attack opponents personally, calling them names or having derogatory nicknames for them. So there's that. In fact, that there are scholarly articles about it, even when he was just a candidate, shows in terms of that there's study that goes on about this in terms of in the scholarly realm about how he uses personal attack. What it usually shows in terms of for usual argument purposes in an academic setting is that the person lacks other evidence to present, or doesn't have anything that's really a constructive argument that is in opposition to what the opponent is saying. So they respond with you dirty, no good, lying drunk, and things of that nature. To give you an example of an argument that could be very constructive, but turns out to be something that is an ad hominem attack, would be someone in family court that would say, why that no good lying drunk does not pay his child support. No good lying is where the logical fallacy is. It is a fact. And if it's proven, it has in terms of evidence of lack of payment of child support, that's something that is a criminal act. And it's something that it's very fitting that it's being discussed in court. But the lying no good part is something that could be left out and would probably be stricken from the record in terms of that and restated again in a more logical manner. So there's that. Then there's something that is even more harmful, sometimes more subtle, but definitely more harmful, especially to a large group of people, and that is genetic fallacy. And it's something that sometimes it can be as surfacey and benign as well, don't buy those uh, Volkswagens because that was at one point the Nazi automobile. And something that, of course, for one, has been so long ago and was in terms of for a specified time that both management and the companies moved long past that, including Beetles that are made in Mexico, which was, in terms of the people's car, it's called during World War II, that was what they were making. So we wouldn't think of certainly a VW Bug as a Nazi mobile. But of course, this can be carried on further. This is something that could be used as derogatory towards other people in terms of the actions of the few are stereotyped on the many. For instance, of course, commonly used in terms of terrorism with Muslims, and it's quite unfortunate. And in terms of part of the logical fallacy is that many times terrorists kill more Muslims than any other group of people, and that's something that it has nothing to do with religion and more with in terms of it's how they justify their actions and the anarchy and crime that they commit. So it's something where that broad brush can be painted of stereotype on a group of individuals. It's been used, of course, over the years from any group of people that people blame or vilify about something. Fortunately, right now, we have something going on with the Asian American community in an illogical fashion with the A corona or the COVID-19 virus. It's something that, yes, its probable origins and substantiated records are in a central region of China. However, it's something that, of course, has been transmitted worldwide. And now we are actually, as of the time of this taping, the #1 country for cases at this point, for documented cases. And that's something not to be very proud of. So it's very difficult to call it the Wuhan virus or it's a Chinese virus. It's something that, again, puts fear and, and uses prejudice against and pre-existing prejudices against a group of people to make a point that really doesn't hold up much under scrutiny and really is a logical fallacy. So off of the rhetorical soapbox there, but I think it helps explain in terms of some of the things that you want to avoid when you are doing in terms of your writing. Be sure to use a combination of appeals, certainly to keep it interesting, but should predominantly be based on in terms of logical and provable points, and to avoid the logical fallacies, the ones I've stated, also the ones that are featured in our textbook, and the logical fallacies to avoid. Hope that this has been informative, and please participate in that discussion. Again, that's on a rhetorical analysis of an argument that's due at the end of this week. So take care, stay healthy, and I'll see you back for week 6.